him on for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll run it to the right. He breaks a tackle. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Commodores in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Starts a drive trying to go up top. With the catch, it's Vaughn. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Boilermakers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. The Boilermakers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The Boilermakers will have it 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Harris. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. And the Boilermakers have this offense rolling. To the air on 1st down. Finds the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Boilermakers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Boilermakers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Shields. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Now adjusting. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for room. It's Vaughn. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the 1st half. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Boilermakers! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And the Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit as he throws. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking left. This time on target. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Johnson. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the 1st half. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Boilermakers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because they're
looking deep. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. The Commodores want to crank the tempo. He'll do it himself. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Vandy.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the option. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. And the Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's a snap, ready to cut one loose. Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. So now it's 2nd and long. Goes to the option. Quick toss. At the 40, there he goes. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Boilermakers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The option look. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. Maybe a touchdown-saving stop gets him out of bounds at the 5. 1st and goal coming up. The Boilermakers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Trying to pound it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Why not trying to get it in? He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Quarterback making checks. He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Purdue! Fit it in the window for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start.
Oh, he's got some space. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Commodores. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the 2nd level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Fires to the tight end. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. He's got an open man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Roberts. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the Boilermakers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to fire on second down. Bring in the heat. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to get it in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Motion from the wide receiver. He's looking to throw. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Knocked down at the 5 after making the interception and taking it the other way. And the Commodores backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
And, man, that stings because this offense needed every single possession they had left. Now down by 2 possessions, and you're kicking the football off. That was a play that kind of just ended this one. This offense had to put points up, and instead they give up the big safety.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Got a man. It's Harris. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Boilermakers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Might be changing the route. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the back. Makes the grab. It's Bickley. There he goes. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
To the air on first down. Dumps it to the back. He's got his man. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Shields. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Boilermakers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the returner will be dragged down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Firing to the right, complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. He's taking a deep shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Rush is on him. Didn't have much of a choice. Just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires left. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They're setting up the screen. Sweet cut there. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Commodores are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with the victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Quick completion on the out. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Purdue! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Spirited matchup with ramifications inside CUSA today, guys. Here's how it finished up. Pittsburgh looked like a bunch of world beaters today and a stern-to-stem beatdown. I think a lot of people forget this program won 5 national titles last century. A rich tradition and a sparkling performance today. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. And the Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back to pass, it's Wilkins. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dime.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On the snap, it's Cavazos. Under fire. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game.